Oof. Another week. SPL. Gonna be a good, I want to do these on Thursdays, but sometimes I just get so busy. Cause that way it gives time to like think about the matchup and stuff, but instead of like the night, maybe 10 hours before the games go live. Oh well. Pop up the chat. Tweet that out and get it going. What up, Meta Knight? Hello, hello. What's good? Should hopefully have like an Ironmon stream this week. At least one. Pog early? Oh, I guess it is early. It's 11:30. Put the vote. Hey. How's everybody doing today? Yeah, Chimp's been playing really great too. I'm very excited about this matchup. Hello, Uzi. What up, Bandito? Hey, Alvon. Little D. Playing VGC in the background? Nice. At a tournament? What up, Cosmo? She's doing well, thank you. Hey. Hey, Jayok. Can we believe? You like the song? I got you right off the link. It's always glitch. We always play some glitch in the background. Hey, I hope you have a good birthday. That's the song. What up, Radville? Okay, let's talk a little bit about this matchup. Very, very exciting. Now, let me tell you guys something. If I'm Uzi, I'm always bringing Deoxys. Because spikes are really good into Chimp. And his hazard control is basically just default dribbling. Now, you can win leagues without hazard control. Chimp's been playing really well, right? They're both 4-1. They've both been playing really well. But yeah, definitely spike stacking deal. Take on Iron Hands. Tank multiple hits from Torn. The Torn could easily have Taunt. Eat a hit from Ogerpon. Threaten it with Thunder Wave, etc., etc. I like that a lot. I get it as the plot armor. We'll see. Pult's pretty decent. Just being able to U-turn around and obviously being faster than Tornadus. I feel like you have never any reason not to bring Pult. Chi-Yu's weird here. I'm actually not a huge fan of Chi-Yu. Even though you could definitely teleport with Deoxys and get it in and get a big hit off on. I think Rest Ting Lu is not bad at all in this matchup. He could definitely bring that if he wants to. I don't know. I feel like if I'm Uzi, I'm setting up as many spikes as possible with Deoxys and then trying to play from there. AV Okidogi isn't bad. Okidogi in general, like defensive, can take on the IV Kudramon. Wrap the for the 9 months, man. Yeah, if you didn't know, we do have a members Discord tour starting really soon. So if you're a sub, make sure you join the Discord. Would Uzi bring Sapsip or Azu for Ogerpon? I mean, he could, but I feel like that's so weak. And if I'm Uzi, I take advantage of that. Chimpack does not like switching into play roughs. Like, Belly Drum Oz literally dog walks though. No, it doesn't. I think Bandit is way better than Belly Drum. Belly Drum Azu has to deal with not breaking Dragonite, getting E-speeded by Dragonite and Arcanine, Encored as well. Ogerpon has the Water Absorb as well and the Aqua Jet. I think the best Azu here is Banded personally. I like Banded a lot because Banded has no switch-ins. Uzi just clicks Play Rough over and over and over and over and over again. Every single week with spikes up. I think Bandit is fantastic here. I think Chimpact can also do Hazard Stack. And just as effectively as Uzi, because while Uzi has a good Rapid Spinner, it does not spin on Drifblim. Of course, Revavroom can come too with Terra. Has the move pool to be able to break through, which is why I actually think Okidogi is really, really nice here. Yeah, Chimp's player switch-ins are non-existent, really. He can run like a FizzDev Drifblim, but even then, you tank one, you shrimp stab it back. I guess you keep going back and forth. Though I don't know how that worked with the with huge power. That might not work out in Drifblim's favor. I do like Iron Hands. Iron Hand's bulky enough to hit from anything, but that also kind of reinforces why I think Okidogi is really strong in this game. Dude just takes hit from everything. An Assault Vest, a Cobra Berry, Pyapa Berry. What else? Well, Cobra makes sense because of Torn plus Drifblim. Pyapa can just be good for like Psychic Noise, Scream Tail. Uzi's a contender to win this season? Yeah, he's been a contender. They're both basically in playoffs. I think they both have enough differential where they both make playoffs. They're 4-1 on week 6. And their biggest competition is each other right now. And since neither of them are low, I'm pretty sure they both almost guarantee playoffs. Whether one of them loses or not, obviously one of them has to lose. I really do like spikes from Chimpact though. I like a nice offensive approach. That's how I take over this game. Yeah, you could bring like defensive Scream Tail and stuff to Encore and Wish Pass. Chimpact probably should spam Boots on most of his mons, but then he struggles with breaking through the Deoxys. I think Rotom's really nice here too because it becomes a beautiful Tinglu answer. Yeah, Terry Fairy Rotom specifically, exactly. Dragonite answer, Iron Hands answer, Tinglu answer. That's what I would bring. I think the Tinglu can do really interesting things with Rest Talk as well. But if you're running Rest Talk, you don't get spikes. Even just Rest Tinglu can be cool. Ruination, Rest. But then you get free turns. The thing is, though, I don't think Uzi brings much setup to this game. Rotom should be banded, in my opinion. Deoxys is going to be defensive. Dragapult is just going to be boots, you turning around, getting off chip on everything. You can't run a Specs Dragapult into a Tinglu, after all. But you can run Will-O-Wisp Hex U-turn. Iron Treads can be AV, can be Shuka. Can even be Akaberry, to be honest. Uzi's optimal team, Deoxys, AV Dog, Bandit Azu, Optimal Life Orb Pull. I don't think you run Life Orb into Chimpact because you're going to take too much damage from hazards. Whereas I think Chimpact can run like Taunt, Nasty Plot, Tornadus if he wants to hit. Because Nasty Plot, Tornadus in general is really strong to this team, which is another reason why Rotom Fan is so freaking good. What up, Zulu? I don't think this will be a game where Uzi brings Articuno. I think that would be like a playoff contender game where they were both in playoffs already. If they had to rematch, Articuno is more likely. Yeah, facts, Amo. I just watched a game not so long ago. So I think Articuno has like, it's like depending on this matchup, there's a few things that can happen, right? If Uzi wins and he doesn't bring Articuno, I think Articuno is really strong in the Chimpact in playoffs. Likewise, if Chimpact wins and he doesn't bring Drifblim, I think Drifblim's really strong in the rematch as well. So like, I feel like they don't have to run their A teams here. Obviously, they'll all want to win. Ogerpon's fantastic though, and I think I think Uzi leaves Shaman at home, so his only Ogerpon answers are going to be physically defensive Deoxys and Okidogi. But of course, you can have Zen Headbutt, which is why Okidogi could run that Pyapa Berry. Hey. I don't know if you want to bring the Persian, though. It just opens up Iron Hands too much, even with Parting Shot spam. This is a really close game, though. Almost 50-50 in my opinion. I think it's going to come down to the Hazard Stack and the Terramons. Can Chimp prevail versus Rotom Fan versus can Uzi beat Reverum or Driftblim? That's like my thought process when it comes to this. Wait, hold on. These are so funny. That's great. But yeah, I think it's really, really close. I'm excited to see this game. Definitely a rematch we might see in playoffs as well. It's going to be great. You guys put 59% Uzi, 41% Chimp. Matchup number 2. Shuckle versus Shady. Now, Shady has been on a tear. Shady has been on a tear. That boy has been putting in work. He is currently 3-2. And Shuckle is, I believe, currently 2-3 in the league right now. So Shady got a huge win versus Envy last week. Hey, no worries, Odd. Shady got a huge win versus Envy last week. And if he can win this one, this is kind of the next step he needs to be able to make playoffs. It's going to be close, though, because obviously they're both so threatening versus each other. I will say, though, Sneasel looks just as good this matchup as it did last time. Now, Shuckle did make some changes to his team. As you can see, he has Gyapdos, Hariyama as a Terra Captain, Mismagius. He has an Alomola, and he has a Pikachu. He got rid of his Pelipper, got rid of his Ludicolo, etc., etc. So this is his team now. I think it's a little bit more sound. I think Gyapdos is really strong. I love Zapdos into Shady 100%. You literally bring that mon out and click Close Combat. You bring Scarf Zapdos versus Shady and click Close Combat. Or you click Brave Bird. Landers is going to be giving it that Defiant boost. You can CC and do 1,000,000% to our Chaladon. Even Sneasler is going to take too much damage. This is a very important game, though, because if Shuckle loses this game, he has to win out to make playoffs for the most part. Whereas if Shady wins this game, it helps him solidify his playoff run, but it's not guaranteed due to differential. Because Shuckle's differential is -2 and Shady's is only +4. So it's still very close. And 3-5 in theory could make playoffs if a lot of people lose. But it's going to be very, very close for that. Yeah, this is, I think, yeah, for sure Sneasler comes, right? Sneasler's nasty. It just cooks everything with Close Combat into everything like that. In fact, because of Sneasler, I think you have to bring Alomola. You might even bring Covert Cloak on Alomola. That way you don't get Dire Claw cheesed. I really like Mismagius in this game. Terra Fairy is very strong, just clicking Dazzling, but Shadow Balls in general are just really good too. Azelf looks nasty. He's been loving those sub-mystical power sets. Those are really good. Extra Belt Azelf, even Specs Azelf clicking could be crazy, especially if he does not bring Bronzong. And I guess Shuckle could leave Bronzong at home. He did get rid of his Terra Captain, by the way. Shuckle could leave Bronzong at home, considering it just gives our Chaladon setup opportunities. Isn't that great? It gets knocked off by Serena, gets blasted by Magmortar. Even Terra Fire Thwacky can do it. Mystic Power is 90 accuracy, 70 base power, +1 special attack guaranteed. What I think of Playmore transactions, we'll talk a little about that when their matchup comes up, fam. But I do like them. I do like them a lot. I also am a big fan of Shuckles. I love that he picked up Pikachu with his extra point, though. But yeah, Thwacky is really nice here. Just for getting the terrain, I think, for our Chaladon plus Sneasler. Shady has really started to get into the groove of his team, and you've seen the progression. I'm just very happy I played him early before he started, you know, getting into that groove with his team, because it's definitely a scary team, a scary matchup. But I also think, like, Baxcalibur is insane here. Clear Amulet is really good. It stops Parting Shot from Grimmsnarl, which is something that Shady likes to do. It also stops Intimidate from Landorus. I actually don't even think he brings Landorus to the game. I actually don't even think Shady brings Landorus in this game in fear of, well, not only losing the backs, but also boosting Zapdos, not having any switch-ins. I think Rotom will take the place as the Fizz Def answer here. Something that can just kind of take hits from Zapdos and even backs. Maybe even have a Thunder Wave just for backs. Hariyama's not bad. Terra... Fairy's not terrible. Because it at least weakens Close Combat, though it makes Dire Claw stronger. I'm iffy about that. I'm not sure which Terra I like. Steel's okay. for our child on resist. I like Terra Fight, to be honest. Just click button. But Steel's good also for the Azelf resist as well. Shuckle has a clear Trick Room mode this week. Life Orb Blood Moon takes kill every... That's fair. The Life Orb isn't as great of an item just because you click Blood Moon and then you can't click Blood Moon after. I don't even know if he wants to bring Ursaluna though. When you see all them grass types, I don't know, and them fighters, I think it's a little bit harder. I really like Hatterene though. Hatterene stopping the parting shot, not really caring too much about Grimmsnarl for the most part. Draining Kiss. Dazzling Gleam is really free into Shady's team as well. He can run a Poison Resist Berry on it too. Would I have made the same transaction as Shuckle? I think that Gyapdos is really, really, really good for his team. And I do think the Pelipper route wasn't working as often for him as he would have liked. So I do like the team. I actually wish he had made these changes a few weeks earlier. I think they would have helped him out a bit more. Everyone on his team is good, except for like non-Terra Pikachu. But I'm sure he'll bring it as well in week 8 maybe. It kind of depends on this though. The problem with Trick Room this week is it's kind of hard to bring your Trick Room setter. I don't think Bronzong is... I think Bronzong is too much of a liability into offensive Shady's team. Like how offensive it is. Yeah, Terra Fairy Ariam is good. I think Terra Steel is also good. Fairy might be better though. Just because it doesn't care too much about Grimmsnarl. It only matters about Sneasel. No, I actually kind of like Steel. Even fighting is not bad. I think you can do double fight spam, right? With Zapdos plus Hariyama, just click buttons. I also really like Greninja. Shady's team doesn't really have a clear Greninja answer. Like, yeah, he can bring AV or Chatot, but that's not really the best. And I think that Shady benefits more from bringing leftovers plus Thwacky. Chopper Ursaluna is good. Where do we get the transactions announced? They're in the Discord, Snowy. They're always announced the Monday. This is the last week of transactions, though, so you won't see any more after this. I don't think Lando comes at all. I think this is the one match where Shady does not bring Lando, period. I definitely think it's going to be Sneasler, Azelf, Rotom, Grimmsnarl, Chaladon. You can do Thwacky, you can do... I'm not liking Hisui and Zoroark in this game. Has to hit Focus Blast to do anything. And the Mind Games don't really work because Brave Bird's so good. Yep, there's transactions for playoffs? Nope, not at all. No transactions. This is the final week. We don't let you change your team in playoffs. You gotta use the team you made it for. Or that you made there. That Pikachu cooks? It does not. Yeah, Parting Shot's also hard too, which is why if Grimmsnarl runs Parting Shot, it might just be screens. But if it does run Parting Shot, it might just run Thunder Wave as well. Scarf Azelf is faster. When am I bringing Dugong? I'll use it before the season ends for me. And that could mean playoffs, that could mean regular season. I have to make playoffs first though. Come on, man, it cooks. It really doesn't. All it does is boost our Chaladon. You know, I really like Iron Defense our Chaladon here a lot. I really, really like Iron Defense our Chaladon a lot. It's really hard for Shuckle to take down, especially in grassy terrain, which is why Thwacky might actually be the last. Like, if you run Fizz Def, Iron Defense, Body Press, what's stopping that? With Heavy Slam or Flash Cannon, right? What's actually stopping that? You can run Sub as well for Alomola, so you don't have to care too much about it. That's probably my favorite set this game. It also, like, gets boost from Baxcalibur, which is why Bax can't run, like, Icicle Spear or anything. It has some... Banded Bax is really good here. But... Or even Swords Dance. It can only get revenged. Doesn't have good switch-ins. I don't like Hisui and Zoroark much. I think it just has too much competition. It's too weak. And it's hard for it to get in. Oh, yeah. But, I mean, tried and true... Oh, let me turn off the crowd control thing. Tried and true dual screens Grimmsnarl is always really good. He definitely runs Spirit Break. He definitely runs Play Rough this week, I think. Let me get rid of that. Mag is so fire. I legitimately was going to draft it round 1 or round 2. With Metagross being my round 1. So my team would have still ended up really weird. This is a fun matchup as well. It's very important for both of them. If Shady gets it, he's one step closer to playoffs. If Shuckle gets it, he's closer to playoffs. He's still not quite safe yet. Shady is closer to being safe, but Shady's differential is kind of like what's keeping it up and down. If Shuckle loses this, though, it's a lot harder for him to make playoffs because he has to win out. Yeah, Miss Magus is really nice, too. Just in general. Power Herb, Electro Shot to snipe Aloe. I think a sub-Iron Defense can do a little bit better too. Yeah, Meteor Beam Glamora is pretty nice. Gets a kill when it comes in. Has to worry about like... Oh, that's the wrong Terra on Magmortar. I forgot to say it. It's Terra Ground. Let me... say Terra Ground over a fight. You see Grassy Sea Sneasler? Yeah, I would bring Grassy Sea Sneasler. I would literally bring that into this. But I think in general, Sneasler's just good. Like a fake out variant. Like fake out 3 attacks with U-turn. So Dire Claw Close Combat U-turn is really strong here. Kind of just clicks. But I know Shady's been loving his setup a lot more. So, I really do like Azoth though. Something with Grass Knot Fire Blast is super strong. Like really hard for Shuckle to deal with. Yeah, he doesn't have rain anymore. He made the trade. He wasn't feeling it, which I completely understand. Yeah, he literally traded half his team. He literally did. And he traded his Terra Captains too. Anyway, this is a lot closer than you guys think. It comes down to if Zapdos, or Gyarados rather, just goes crazy, or if Shady can get Sneasler and Archaludon to do something. I really do like sub-Iron Defense though. Shady's also been on a nice little win streak. He's been on a 2-game win streak. So, are you going to convince Shady to join your traveling draft league circus? I think he's got the bug in. Nah. I don't think he's going to... I don't think he's going to join again anytime soon. But maybe in the future. He might even do his own. And one second. MV is typing to me. Hold up. I think Shady might, yeah, he might do something with his own. Who knows? Sorry. He just needs some help. God, this guy, the way MV types to me when I know he's been drinking is crazy. You gotta join that league to show what's up. Nah, I wouldn't be allowed in that league. Will the watch together be tomorrow night? Hopefully. It should hopefully be tomorrow night. I'm aiming for it. But yeah, this is a lot closer of a matchup than I think you guys are giving it. I don't think it's 70-30 at all. I really think it's more like... I really feel like it's more like a 51-49. Back and forth. No, I'm saying nobody wants me in those leagues. Bro, I got people complaining me being in my own league. Like, nobody wants me in these leagues. I don't even do anything. I just be existing. Alright. Very important game for Playmore. Because they are 2-3. Now, Hayden is 0-5 at this point, but he still has a pretty nasty matchup into this team, in my opinion. We do have some big... We do have some huge changes from Playmore's team, which we're about to talk about. Who wins? Playmore... Hayden. We have some big changes. Last time, by the way, so the sequence might mess up. You can beat up me and my friends, Joey. Yo, I don't even be going undefeated in regular season like it means anything. I stumble. So let's talk about Playmore before the let's talk about Playmore's team now before the changes, right? So Playmore, as you can see, has gotten rid of quite a few of their Pokemon, and now has a better ground immunity, right? Iron Jugglers is gone. He got Crocodile. I freaking love Crocodile, which means he doesn't have to like force rocks on Metagross and Garchomp. I freaking love. I'm very high on Crocodile in draft. It's fantastic. But he has Chestnut, fantastic. Gives him a great spiker outside of Garchomp. Again, he's opening up those offensive Garchomp rolls even better. But also resists Earthquake, which is something that he has been swept by many a time. Earthquake is very abusable versus his team, right? And then we have Weezing. Weezing gives him a levitating poison type as well. Another Earthquake immunity. I think the biggest downside of Playmore's team right here is the fact that his poison type is only a grounded poison type if he's running neutralizing gas, which means it loses its immunity to levitate or to ground, but it does absorb T-spikes. But this is a very important game, and it also gives him T-spikes. Correct. This is a very important. He also has Chandelure, which I think is a nice little offensive one, spin blocker for him, and also a nice little offensive Hexmon that can work really cool. I love the changes to his team. I'm a big fan of them. I think they were needed. I absolutely think they were needed. I think Playmore has... Ben is a great player, and I just think that he had some bad weeks, and he also faced Arboliva, but like he just needed some quick changes. And honestly, better now that he really has to win than later. In terms of how the hell he's gonna deal with Darkrai, you're definitely bringing Glastrier in this game. Where the hell's my water? Oh, I finished it. No. Yeah, he got rid of Amoonguss. Amoonguss just wasn't doing it for him. It was too passive for him. I love the additions. But yeah, you're definitely bringing, what up, Bulletproof? Panda, that's a minute. I have not seen that name. Finally got a stream, but I gotta go. Hey, do you think, fam? Appreciate you. So, a few things I like here. I'm a big fan of the Weezing. I think you want to bring Weezing here just because you don't want to get Gliscored. You also want to pseudo check to Beartic. Speaking of checks to Beartic, Glastrier and Metagross are also most likely coming. Metagross doesn't care about Sylveon. It can run a Cobra Berry or even a Salt Vest just to deal with the Darkrai. I think Glastrier 100% comes and it's running Terra Fairy, right? Like 10 times out of 10 it's running Terra Fairy. It doesn't really care about Glow King because it's going to be faster and takes it out with +2 high horsepower. Ice Move is super free versus Hayden's team. He has 1 Ice Resist, right? The biggest downfall of Hayden's team is he only has... His Water type doesn't resist Ice, and his Steel type doesn't resist Ice. So the MVP of this game is definitely going to be Glastrier. But likewise, I think Beartic with Terra Ground goes absolutely stupid versus Playmore's team. So I'm a big fan of both of them in this game. I'm a big fan of both of them. I don't think he can run Neutralizing Gas in this game on Weezing because I don't like Chestnut that much in this game. Even Terra ICB doesn't say against Hayden. That's correct. I don't think he can run that. I don't think he can run Neutralizing Gas on Weezing. As good as it is for Gliscor, he does not want to get swept by Terra Ground Beartic. He does not want to get swept by Earthquake. You know? Chestnut doesn't beat Gliscor. Unless it's like sub Belly Drum. And even then, I don't even know if it kills max defense. Yeah, Metagross is really strong. Magnet Rise is pretty cool. I think Assault Vest is just really nice for Darkrai. I think Agility Metagross actually has... Agility Weakness Policy Metagross actually looks crazy here, doesn't it? You Agility up. You have Clear Body for the Intimidate. You tank an Earthquake from Gliscor, knock it over Ice Punch. You have Earthquake for Glow King, and then you just Meteor Mash the rest. And that kind of gives you your coverage. So I kind of do like offensive Metagross in that regard. I think I leave Garchomp at home, and I bring Crocodile, mainly because the Intimidate's going to be better at stopping Beartic. It's going to be good at neutralizing Gyarados for a little bit, and also as a Dark Resist for Darkrai. Whereas Darkrai can Ice Beam, won't KO. Can Focus Blast, will KO, but will miss, so won't KO. If I'm Hayden, I'm bringing both of my my evolutions. Jolteon's beautiful in this game. Very, very fast. Faster than everything besides the Hisuian Electrode, which I don't even think he's going to bring because Hisuian Electrode kind of struggles a little bit breaking through Goodra and stuff. Even if it can Volt Switch around, it's kind of hard for it. Yeah, literally Dark Pulse is really good from Darkrai. I think Spadef Crocodile is good. Cobra Berry is really good. Yachi Berry as well, so it lives a hit from both Beartic if it's not loaded dice. Plus Darkrai's Ice Beam. Is Gyarados good here? I think he might try and bring Gyarados just because of the Intimidate. The problem with Gyarados is it lost Power Up and lost Bounce, so it kind of loses that way of beating Vaporeon. And I think Vaporeon's really good in this game because defensively it just sits on Gliscor, doesn't care. Sits on Hitmontop. Can sit on Beartic unless it's Terra Electric as well. And also threatens things with Scald. Iron Vow, of course, is great as a Dark Resist and just clicking buttons too. Iron Valley is a beautiful move pull, by the way. This might be a Swords Dance Iron Valley in game with like elemental punches. Because it's really, really, really strong in this game. Scarf Crook ain't bad either. Your draft content has been fire these past couple seasons, AIM, making us OG Bronze Beartooth fans proud. Keep it up. Appreciate you, Confusion. Thank you so much, fam. Yo, it's really weird I can leave a like. Thank you so much for the very generous donation. You did not have to. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. He's not going to bring Ferret. I don't think he's going to bring Ferret in this game. You got to hit Garchomp and take 10 billion%. Much love, fam. That's a very generous donation. So, low-key, Serp is not bad, right? If I'm running Serp in this game, I'm running Specs. The reason I'm running Specs is because, first off, I don't even think Cyclizar is that good in this game. What do you think will happen in Pokemon Day? I'm hoping we get some Gen 5 type of announcement thing. I like Specs Superior. I think Specs Superior with Spike's Gliscor is really strong to play more. Especially because I don't think he can run his Rapid Spinner this game. Weezing sits on Serp. My friend, if it's not neutralizing gas, Weezing gets 2-shot by Serp's Leaf Storm. You are very much underestimating how strong Specs Leaf Storm is. And this is a Specs Leaf Storm game. Even though offensive Metagross taking like 30% on the first time, 40 on the, like, it is taking way too much. Yeah, I think Terra Fairy Jolt is really strong here too. I think you bring it for sure. Neutralizing gas doesn't look bad. Well, the thing about neutralizing gas is, do you want to click Earthquake versus you? Because Chestnut's not that great in this game. Chestnut's really not that great in this game. So unless Playmore really wants to open up that ground weakness, he could just go Fizz Def SD Glacier, I guess, and that can deal with it. Considering he doesn't have too many ground types, but I'm more so worried about Terra Ground Beartic, which I think is stupid as good. It's so good. Let's see how much a defensive Weezing takes. Fizz Def Weezing, by the way, if it's neutralizing gas, takes 44 to 52% from Leaf Storm. So, Weezing has a shot to be 2-hit KO'd without rocks. You don't need Levitate on Weezing with Magnet Rise Metagross. Well, remember when he brought Magnet Rise Metagross versus me and he had to bring it in on the Earthquaker and it died? I don't think Magnet Rise Metagross is a great switch into Gliscor. It's an answer later. Have I ever considered a National Dex draft? Only when that BDSP ROM comes out. Beast John with the 3 months. Kicking with Envy next week or the week after. Next week. Kicking with Envy will be, I think, Saturday. The Saturday coming up. Much love, fam. Appreciate you. So, like, I think he really needs to run... I personally think he needs to run Levitate on Weezing. I personally think he needs to run Levitate on Weezing. I really do. I very much do. But I also think that just Glass is going to be key in this game. I think Glass is going to be key, just like I think Beartic and Jolteon are going to be insane in this game. I'm very excited about this. Playmore needs to win this game. Hayden wants to win this game, but Playmore really needs to win this game. So, we'll see how this ends up going. T-Spike going crazy. I think it's hard to ring T-Spikes versus Galarian Slowking. That's also part of the reason why I think he's going to bring Crocodile over like Garchomp, because it can come in on the future sites. But I go 55 Playmore, 45 Hayden, if I had to. Can you run Sash, offensive Weezing with Explosion, Focus Sash? The thing is, offensive Weezing isn't really breaking much. Glowking doesn't care about it. Banded Hypercut or Gliscor is crazy. Yeah, I don't like Garchomp here. I would rather bring Crocodile because it's not 4 times weak and it can run Intimidate. Leo versus Gator. Let me put this real quick. Gator 5-0. I believe Leo is 4-1. So this is a pretty big matchup. Pretty big matchup as well. This is a playoff potential matchup. Gator's already guaranteed for playoffs, and I believe Leo being 4-1 with +9 differential also guarantees him for playoffs. What does Gator do against Great Tuskathy? Terra Fly Belly Bowl is pretty good in this game. Like, actually, you just lead off a Belly Bowl and Terra Fly immediately. I think one of the scarier mons in this game is actually Zapdos, because you're gonna have to Terra Fly your Belly Bowl, and it doesn't get Volt Absorb for some reason. Yeah, the biggest thing is going to be that Leo does have a bunch of new mons, so Gator has no idea what they do. But that really doesn't matter when you're setting up spikes or like look at Iron Moth and look at Leo's team. What the hell stops booster speed? Energy Ball, Sludge Wave, Fiery Dance. What actually stops that? Nothing stops that. There's nothing there. Appleton ain't even good in this game, bro. You Terra Steel, you get worked by Secret Sword Keldeo. I love Staraptor in this game, by the way, as well. It just clicks Bandit, Double Edge, and Brave Bird. Iron Bundle's pretty good. Spadef to Dunsparce can come for it, though. Spadef Golden Go can come. Belly Bolt is an answer to it prior to Terrastalizing. I think Terrafly Belly Bolt's really good, though. Spadef Uxie eats T-Waves and wins? From whomst? Uxie's so bad, though. Look, bro. Gator has two dark types, 2 ghost types, and an electric type, a thunder wave immunity. One of the dark types has jungle healing, and a banded Staraptor that you know he's not afraid to use. I don't know, man. I don't even like Uxie in this matchup. If I'm Leo, I bring Overcool because that's my Samurott answer. That's a Whimsicott check. That's a Haunter check. That's a Staraptor check. That's a Zarude check. Very loosely, I'm talking about versus Mavia. I bring Zapdos 100% because Zapdos goes crazy versus Gator, especially because Gator's only switching to Great Tusk is Terrafly Belly Bolt. So Zapdos goes stupid. It's also good into Staraptor, quote unquote. If it's Banded Raptor, it's gonna click. Scarf Raptor is really good too because the 2 kills Zapdos. I don't know if Scarf Bundle's that good though, because Gator's Rocker is fantastic, and Scarf Bundle doesn't 2-shot the Dunsparce. But like you said though, if he does not, I was wondering when you would tell Gator about your plan to lose to him just to work him overtime. That was just a straight up joke, bro. Hell yeah. No, yeah, I think Zapdos, Tusk, and Ogerpon 100% as well. I think Bundle 100% too. I just don't know what bundle set. Like, Scarf makes sense for Iron Moth, but like, is it the best answer though? Because if you run non-boots bundle, you're getting worked by the Stealth Rock and the spikes. Like, Samurott can come if it wants to. It can't. Dude, you could even bring Haunter in this game. That's how good Shadow Ball is into this game. I'll start tomorrow. Terrifire Whimsicott's okay. I think if the problem with Terrifire and Whimsicott is that you're going to be sorry, I was responding to Pedro. He was passing me something. I think the problem with Terrifire and Whimsicott is that you're getting cooked by Great Tusk. Manaphy literally beats Iron Moth, yeah, but Manaphy's also like his only answer to Specs Keldeo, which Gator loves. And I mean, look at this team. Keldeo's faster than most of the Pokemon. Specs Keldeo is beautiful. Thoughts on bulky Manaphy? For sure. He can run bulky, he can run Salad Berry, he can run a Custap Berry. Are we going to let the Deoxys be in the next season? I don't even know if the Deoxys is going to be in the game when we do the next season of SPL. Like, Specs Fairy Whimsicott's pretty decent. I don't know if he likes it though. Just because, like, it's good when it gets in, but Leo might not even bring Tinkaton. Terra Electric Bellabo? No, I think it has to be Terrafly. I think that's like his only Great Tusk answer. Spadef Terrafly is really good. You don't have to run Fizzdep because like with Spadef you still eat Zapdos. You still eat Bundle. Does Tusk eat Whimsicott stab? Not if it's... No, not Specs. Not at all. Moth is beautiful. Like, I'm really curious because, like, this is also a playoff potential match, so they both might not show all their cards. I don't think Gator cares about showing all his cards. But I will say, like I get what you guys are saying about Scarf Bundle. I agree, right? That it's almost necessary to deal with Iron Moth. But you got to think about it this way, bro. Donphan's so good at getting... Donphan definitely comes, right? Donphan, besides Belly Bolt Terrastalizing, is his only switch in. to Great Tusk. So you guys are a week ahead of your battles. You know already who won. I know who won most games. But this is my raw thoughts. Shuckle and I are the people who update the doc. So it's my job to know who wins. But these are just my raw thoughts in general. Because I haven't watched the games, right? I just have statistics. But that does not influence what I say here. Anyway, like I get what you guys are saying about Scarf Iron Bundle, but dude, imagine rocks up from Tusk, rocks up from Baby Tusk, and then spikes up from Samurott. Like Samurot's not bad. Yeah, it trades spikes versus Gator with the Quill, but like it's way easier for Donphan to spin than it is for Great Tusk to spin, in my opinion. I also don't even think Leo will bring Tinkaton. I also agree, everything just clicks. Yeah, I would give this matchup to Gator, for sure. I do think that Manaphy is going to be come down to how he deals with Manaphy, but I feel like he has such good options. How easy does Zapdos get in here? The thing with Zapdos is whatever it comes in on, it's taking a ton of damage on. If it comes in on Donphan, it's getting knocked off. If it comes in on Keldeo, there's always Spec Surf to weaken it for like a Whimsicott or an Iron Moth or a Staraptor sweep. I don't think Tinkaton comes in this matchup. I actually think it's really bad. But I also don't think this matchup matters as much. It just matters for... what up, Trip? Hope all is well. Can't wait for tomorrow's matches. Much love, fam. I appreciate you. I don't think this matchup matters as much. Gator is guaranteed playoffs. Leo's basically guaranteed playoffs. I'm excited. Does Golden Go even come? So Spadef Golden Go is really good here. Spadef Golden Go loses 2 Pokemon. Literally 2. It doesn't care about Overqwil. He has too many Overqwils. Interesting. Great Tusk and Ogerpon. Those are it. Yeah, it matters for seeding. But Gator has 5-0 plus 14 differential. And the only person under him is Leo. Leo and Uzi, which are 4-1 plus 9 differential. They still wouldn't pass him. Even if they 6-0'd him. Because Gator would have head-to-head. So, like, Gator's almost guaranteed first seed. Unless he loses 3 games. So even if Gator loses this week, he's still first seed. Even if it's a 6-0, is what I'm saying. I really like Raptor in this game. I think it just forces damage, which is what Gator loves. I think it comes down to how Manaphy's played. I think it comes down to how Leo plays around Iron Moth. Chip is also 4-1. Does Gator fight him? He fights him in the week 8. More awkward time. Yeah, I get you. All right, next one. Ooh, Drew versus Kyle. Kyle will be uploading, I believe he said this game as well as his last week game tomorrow. He had some IRL stuff, unfortunately, but he's doing better, which is good. Let's see. I will be putting Drew. This is actually an important game for Drew, who is 1-4. This is also an important game for Kyle, who is also 1-4. Unfortunately, they have not had the best seasons. And both of them need to win this game in order to make playoffs. Can Gator still swap Pokemon? Nope. Nobody else can swap Pokemon. Sorry, I meant 5-0, Loggy. My bad. I mean, yes. I meant 5-0, not 6-0. My bad. I realized I said 4-0 plus 9, not 4-0 plus 8. My bad. I think this is a Sandaconda matchup. Look how crazy Coil, Terra, Fairy, Sandaconda goes in this game. Snake with the 17. Good luck tomorrow or last week. Was only for a bit, but glad I caught a live session. We'll go and watch the crowd control VODs later. Hey, have a good one, Snake. Appreciate you. We're going to be doing some crowd control Mario Party, I think, on Monday. Yeah, dude. Freaking Sandaconda goes stupid here. Like, actually. Terra Fairy Sandaconda is actually stupid. Even Terra Ghost. Both are so good. Like, the Coil scale. Coil is just broken. Especially because most of Kyle's teams are physical. Most of his mods are physical. So, Coil is actually insane. Where is this? Yeah, Sandaconda goes stupid. Unironically, I like Probopass. Because it eats a hit from Latios, or Latios, excuse me, or at least forces Surf. It also eats hits from Clefable. And it can get up rocks, so why not? Rampardos doesn't get a Celerock now. That'd be awesome if it did, Andre. Why'd you lie about that? Why'd you just come into the chat and just lie? That's such a cool lie too. How dare you? Oh, best of luck, Bandito. Bro just came in and just chose violence. The only moves Rampardos gets with A are Ancient Power, Assurance, and Avalanche. AKA Garbaggio. Bro, really just came in here and lied. I'm actually a little sad about that, bro. Like, I know you were wrong, and I checked anyway. Anyway, I like Probopass as a nice little pivot into Clefable, a pivot into Latios. It can also technically run Terra Ghost and deal with Drill Iron Defense sets too. You think Boulder is a fraud? I think Boulder's good here. It's faster than every member on Kyle's team. I don't even know if Kyle wants to bring Sand into this matchup because Rillaboom, Sandaconda, and Hydrapple all kind of just cook it. Yeah, I knew the answer though. Can Cool still make it? Both of them can still make it to playoffs. They both have to win though. This is actually a playoff determining game because in order for Drew to make playoffs, he needs to win out. Now Drew has been in this situation before where he went from 2-4 to beating the #1 seed Mount and then getting 4-4 and sneaking his way in the playoffs. So he's been in this situation before. Kyle needs to do the exact same thing. I feel any Latios set just wins. Between Terra Fairy, Sandaconda, Skuntank, so you can't click Luster Purge, Probopass, which can T-Wave, and Iron Boulder, which is faster, I think it's a little bit hard. I think this is a really good Iron Boulder main, though. Yeah, literally, like, it gets the Spinef boost. I actually think Kyle can't bring Sand in this game. I don't think he brings T-Tar or Extra Drill this game, which actually leaves him a lot less to work with. I like Vikavolt a lot. Vikavolt crazy. It just clicks Bug Buzz and Thunderbolt. It's so good. Terra... But, like, what Terra do? You Terra Steel and you just keep your weakness, and you actually open up a weakness to Probopass's Body Press. Terra Steel's not bad. It deals with Sandaconda, I guess, and you just use something else to deal with Ape. You have, like, Tentacruel. Fluffy Houndstone isn't bad with, like, Roar, Will-O-Wisp, yeah? What up, Faye? Scarf Infernape game. Does he even have space to bring Infernape in this game? I think he likes Quackable a little bit more. I like offensively. I feel like he Terra Water. It's really hard to Terra Water, though, because then you just lose... like, why would you make... His team already hates Rillaboom, right? I think you actually have to bring Ogerpon because your team hates Rillaboom. Right? You got to bring Ogerpon. It also helps you deal with Quackable. I do like Quackable, though, regardless. Like a Scarf one with Triple Axle and U-Turn to deal with Elati and Ogerpon. I really, really, really like Scarf Overcool here. Gets a free spin as well. Can threaten Ursaring with close combat. This might actually be an Ursaring game, too. Like a bulk upset. He just has to really be careful because I think Sandaconda can actually, like, very easily sweep. And it also comes out to, like, does he even bring Clef this game? Like, look at Drewby's team. Can you even afford to bring Clef as one of your Pokemon? You're going to lose the Probopass, you're going to lose the Skuntank, you can lose to the dog. Lose the G-Weezing. You hate Thundurus. You don't knock out Iron Bolt, you just give it a free SD. Even if you're unaware, like, then you're taking potential hazard damage. I don't know, man. This is a tough matchup for Kyle. What up, Kaz? I think it's just a very tough matchup for Kyle. Without even get from Clef in this game. That's what I'm saying. Like, I actually do not like it at all. Dog might just get hit with a fire move and die. That's all I'm saying. Like, I really don't know what... I actually think this is a really good Drewby matchup. I think it's a really good Drewby matchup. Like, I go 60-40 Drew versus Kyle. I don't even think you can bring your Sand here. Like, at least not Sand Extra Drill. Extra Drill's so ass in this game. Bro's not beating anything. I think you underestimate how hard Houndstone is to break. You talking about fluffy Houndstone? It gets wisped. It can get toxic. Propass doesn't care. Hydraple's not going to die and can sit on it. Hydraple's not even bad this game. Sandaconda sets up on it. I don't know. I don't think Sanda's good in this matchup. I guess you could bring Fluffy if you want to bring Spikes, but you got to bring Spikes and Ogerpon plus Roar Houndstone. Excadrill can beat the Skunk. Thank you, Nap. Well, I don't even think... Like, you got to run the crappy high horsepower. I don't know. This is a 60-40 Drew versus Kyle. Probass doesn't need body press. It has Terra Fairy and Ghost. Also, it has Iron Defense. Sandaconda gets Wisped by Houndstone, and then Sandaconda's Shed Skin activates, and the Wisp is gone. Sandaconda looks insane. Like, actually looks insane here. Everything on Drewby's team looks good in this game. I think this is a rough matchup. Like high key. Not even low key. High key. I think it's 60-40. I do like Ogerpon Vikavolt though. I do like Vikavolt offensively. Non-ironically, Specs Tentacruel Sweet. Specs offensive Tentacruel is not bad. You're not wrong. Maybe like a Rapid Spin extra belt set. Surf Sludge Bomb. Dazzling Gleam or Giga Drain. No love for Moltres. In the Iron Boulder matchup? I don't know. If it was Terra Moltres, yeah. If this is OU. Nah, this is a Drewby. Envy versus Nexus. It gets Giga Drain, but it also gets Dazzling Gleam. Dun, 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 dun. Alright. We got Nexus versus Envy now. Envy is on a 2-game loss streak. Whereas Nexus is on well, he lost last week, but he won 2 games before that. This is actually a very important game too. It's Mr. Gunkshot versus, oh my god, man. So it's gonna be close. This is very important for Envy though, because he's 3-2, whereas Nexus is 2-3. So like, both of them need to win this game. If Envy wins this game, he's one step closer to playoffs. Did you say 60-40 for Gator's matchup? I said Gator had I said it was closer. I think like 51-49 or 55-45. So as you can see, Nexus and Envy both made their transitions. Transitions. What the hell? Their transactions. And low key, Trap Pinch ain't even bad here. Like actually, can Trap Weavile first impression. First impression is Mew. First impression Toedscruel. Traps the if it's Eviolite, can eat a hit from the dude. It has base 100 attack for Earthquake, right? So it can knock out Raging Bolt. Does Toedscruel eat? Probably, but it's max attack too. Yeah, and Amherst is crazy. Physical and Amherst is crazy with Sewer Powers and Headbutt. Play rough. I love Terra Steel Flygon a lot. I also like Specs Flygon in this game. Boom Burst is really strong to deal with like offensive Ursaluna, which is really good into Envy. Because Sticky Web are really good into Envy. It's a little hard to bring webs into Envy because you're just giving Annihilate a free boost, and I think it goes stupid, especially with like a Resist Berry, like a Fairy Resist Berry. But he can still bring webs. These new Rampage levels, so Jumpluff can do something. So typically for playoffs, you need 4 wins minimum, and then good differential, right? That's typically playoffs. 4-4 can make playoffs, but it's all going to come down to differential. So 4 wins is usually safe if you have good differential. You want to aim for 5 if you can, but 4-4 is kind of going to be the cutoff point that we're going to be seeing here. So that's why this game is very important. If Envy wins, Envy is at 3-2 with +1 differential. Nexus is 2-3 with -3 differential. So very close in differential, right? So like if Envy loses, he'll be 3-3, but his differential will be bad. So he could still, let's say Envy goes 4-4, right? Like throughout the rest of the season. If his differential stays bad, it could keep him out of playoffs. Because like 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 are probably going to end 4-4 in the season. It's like places 6 through 10. And only 1 through 8 can make it. So differential is very important. Poison Jumpluff, you're right. Is team weak to Kyurem? Kira's pretty good. I like Dragon Dance. So when I like Dragon Dance versus MV. I did a lot of mocks with MV. I like Dragon Dance. Empoleon kind of gets like overwhelmed by a lot of stuff on Nexus team. I really like Cleavor in this game. I think it just clicks U-turn and Stone Axe for free. It also gives him defog support, which is nice. Toadscrew's okay. I don't think it's like he doesn't have a ghost type, so it's not a terrible spinner here, and it does live a hit. There is Gunk Shot from Nexus. You're absolutely right. He does have Trapinch. Though I think Galvantula's a little bit better. Thank you, Nap. Yeah, Toaster's not bad for Sport, or even just like Assault Vest to eat hits from an AM. I mean, mainly just to eat like an emergency hit from Galvantula and Rapid Spin. Mirror Herb Kieran was good thanks to Webs and Empoleon. GOAT. I actually really like offensive Empoleon here too. Clicking like Surf and Flash Cannon. I think that's really nice. Like an agility version could be really cool. I also like offensive Flygon. Either Terra Steel Dragon Dance or Specs Boom Burst is really nice. I think Specs Boomer is really cool, like I said, for the Ursaluna kill. Has Draco for Kyurem. Lives a hit from Meow. Also learns Vacuum Wave, which is pretty nice. So you can actually like pick off a weakened Meowscarada or something like that. Or a Scarf Kyurem that's at like 25%, something like that. Yeah, Galv, definitely Terra Fairies or... Either Terra Fairies or a Terra Electrics, actually. Because if I'm Nexus, my thought process would be Flygon's going to Terra in front of me anyway. It's not going to be a ground type. So I'm going to Terra Electric Thunder versus it. I think I bring Galvantula over Toxicroak. But I do think like SD Terra Dark Toxic was really good. Also forces like 50-50s if webs are up or if Annihilate is a slower version of Annihilate. But this is very important because, again, MV has 2 losses in a row. Nexus has 1 loss after 2 wins. And, again, it's a really close game to determine who the hell is making it for playoffs. Again, they can both still make playoffs, either if one of them loses, but it gets a little bit harder, right? 3-3 would be great for both of them. But MV wants 4-2. When did MV get jump love? This week he made transactions. How does Nexus deal with a well-played jump bluff besides like Triple Axel and Kyurem in general and stuff? Is there anything interesting Mew set that Envy can run? Like an Iron Defense Mew could be pretty cool. Doesn't care about Ursaluna. Kyurem. It's kind of hard to run Specs Kyurem. A Life Orb is pretty decent. I like Dragon Dance. Never Melt Ice, etc. Is DD Icicle Spear Kyurem not dangerous into Ape? Nah, because Ape can't kill you with Drain Punch. And if it goes for Rage Fist, it doesn't get the recovery. And you always have Flower Trick in the back or Enamor. So I actually don't think Dragon Dance Icicle Spear is dangerous to Annihilate. Like, Envy can EV Annihilate to live a plus 6-1, and then Drain Punch to 2-hit KO. But if he does 2-hit KO with Drain Punch, it doesn't KO Kyurem back, and you get another one off, and you KO it. And again, if Envy goes for Rage Fist, he's going to be at like 30-something%. I think it's point-wise, Clies. I do like Necrozma a lot. Necrozma. Shotspec Blastoise is really good here. It's actually a very big threat into Envy. The reason he might not bring it, though, is because he might fear the Raging Bolt. But, like, Raging Bolt into Kyurem, into a Sub Enamorous, into a Meowscarada with Triple Axel, into an Ursaluna as well, into even Trapinch is kind of hard. I think Trapinch actually should come in this game, unironically. It's pretty decent. A rare viewer appeared. What's up, fam? But yeah, this is an exciting game because it's just outplay the Thunderclaps. Yo, facts. I mean, you run Sub, you run Protect, things like to do that. Talonflame. I like Specs Talonflame. Or just offensive with, because you can always default versus Envy, but you always keep your Gale Wings with Heavy Duty Boots and just Hurricane. Yeah, I legitimately think Trapinch can be justified in this game. Blastoise does look good. Will we see any games today? Just got in. Nah, Key. It's going to be tomorrow. 1 p.m. is when my game goes up versus Seabad. I don't know when everybody else is. I'm sure Shady's like 11 a.m. Etc. etc. This matchup's actually really close. I think Enamorous is insane. I think a Jirachi can be very threatening. I don't know which Jirachi set you even run. Empoleon's hard to break. I mean, Meowscarada has Flower Trip 2 shots. Kyurem has like Specs Earth Power. Jirachi definitely runs Drain Punch, I think. I think Drain Punch and like Zen Headbutt are given on Jirachi. Drain Punch, Zen Headbutt, Iron Head, Thunder Wave is actually what I run. I would run that. Can we talk about how powerful Terra Ice Specs Galvantula can go in this matchup? I think even like Terra Electric Galvantula is not bad. And again, my justification for that is that like Bug Buzz is good in Toad Scroll. Terra Electric Thunder will give you big oomph versus like Empoleon that you actually KO it. Still a lot versus Annihilate. And like if Flygon's in versus Galvantula, it's obviously going to Terra or switch. So you can justify going for a Terra Electric Thunder that turn. But I think Webs is cool too. I have to favor Nexus. I feel like Envy gets worn down. I think it's going to be really close. It was definitely close in all the mocks. Okay, hold up, let me just tell Pedro something. Hold up. Edits. Sorry. Okay. I'm gonna stop talking to Pedro. He's just asking me a bunch of stuff. A short for... Do you think mocks have some downsides? I feel like oftentimes they can cause people to focus on one specific set and forget about the opponent's other options. That's why I mean, you can even ask Amo. Sometimes I'll be like day 2 into mocks and I'll be like, with Amo, I'm ready, bro. I'm good. Like I'll literally tell Amo like, yo, I'm good. Because sometimes I have confidence in the team or I don't want to like think about some other stuff. Same thing, like I'll do one match with Envy for my game and be like, okay, I'm good, thanks. That's all I needed. Oh, this actually helped me see that I needed to run this move on my Pokemon instead of this move. Thank you. I'm going to keep that in mind, and I'll be done. I don't do as many mocks, or haven't done as many mocks, I think, this season as I did in previous seasons. Or as I did in PPL, rather. But I don't think they're too detrimental. I just think it's like, there definitely comes a point where I think Weavile for sure comes in this game, 100%. Heavy Duty Boots is really good. Yeah, it's literally called, yeah, exactly. It's a mock. Thank you, Grape Juice. Where he gets to the top of the shut on ladder, bro. He's too busy. But yeah, I like mocks, but I also think that like at the end of the day, like let's say when Envy and I mock, when Envy and I mock and let's say I'm winning too much, I literally say Envy, yo, let's take a break. Honestly. And like if we end and he's about to play and I win too much, I'm like, dude, at the end of the day, right, this is me playing you. I know you very well. I'm going to play how I feel I want to play. Not even how I know your sets. I'm going to play how I feel I want to play. So, like, just hope for the best. Hope they don't bring the best sets and just do what you can. That's what I think when it comes to mocks, personally. I don't think you can take... Like, unless you're getting... like, if you're losing 90% of the mocks, it's fine. But if you're losing 100%... If you're losing 100% of the mocks, it's different. When I fought... when I was prepping for PPL versus MV, I lost about 100% of the mocks up until Wednesday. We were playing Thursday, where I made some changes. Shout out to Dylan, by the way, for the help, and obviously Emil. And then I won all the mocks that day. I won 8 mocks that day. I'm like, yo, I'm good. That's it. That's the team. So, like, I don't know. Unless you're losing everything, don't take them all to heart. They're just supposed to give you an idea, like Emil said, like everybody says. I did one mock for weeks. But like, what does Weavile do? Doesn't hit that hard, really. Triple Axle and Knockoff are beautiful into this game. They're actually beautiful. We had some crazy mocks, Envy and I. Like there's sometimes like I like to poke fun of MV sometimes in mocks, and I'll load up a choice specs flying type that no one will ever bring into him, right? I never do mocks, I just go in for real. Yeah, I've done that before. But I've definitely been more consistent now that I do mocks. But again, even then, I'm not even doing that much. I'm doing more. Team building is basically 70, 80% of the game, right? It's 80% of draft, in my opinion. Team building is 80% of draft. So as long as you have a good build, and then as long as you have the 20% ability to play, that's good. Yeah, sometimes aim will bring something crazy. And I'm like, bro, I even told Aim, bro, I'm like, bro, he's not bringing this. Go away. Go away. But then you'll have those mocks where you win like 5 in a row and you're like, yeah, it's done. So I do think, isn't that how MV lost to Shady? MV lost to Shady because he switched out. Like, realistically. That's why, like, he switched out. I remember when I used to mock with Miguel and Seabad, and we'd have to remind ourselves that this is just to give them an idea of what the battle could look like. Oh, 100%. Yeah. Yo, Amel brought so I was fighting Drew. And that was actually, I think, the first time I ever told Amel, yo, get this out of here. I think he brought Jawlock. He brought Jawlock, Curse, Moringa Berry, Mabostiff. And I'm like, bro, I have a Terra Fairy Arboliva. Go away. But that's part of it, though. I really like mocks very early on when you want an idea. No, you're right, Amel. Yeah, Amel brings that Spadef Raising Berry when you get hit. I mean, it definitely helped me. It made me realize I have to Terra Arboliva immediately. When's Roa Berry making a custom? Oh, I agree. I agree. Nobody's perfect. MV switched out on Sneasler. I didn't Healing Wish on Gator. We throw. People do it. But like as long as the prep is good, I feel like you'll always have an out. That's why even sometimes hacks doesn't always matter. Depending on your team. Like if you have a bulkier style of team, MV's team's really bulky. So like it's going to take a lot of luck to break through that type of thing. As long as he positions well. I think this is really close. You guys put 69% MV, 31% Nexus. I think it's a lot closer than that, guys. I think it's a lot closer than that. Amo also mocks himself. I like that. I agree. Well-built team is way better than outplaying every single turn in draft. 100%. Jabalka Berry. All right, my game. What's the score? Oh, I'm 3-2, and Seabat is 1-4. So Chase has to win this game. I want to win this game because it helps me with playoffs. I'm 3-2 with +7 differential, so I am like this. If I win this, I'm almost guaranteed playoffs. Seabat is 1-4. Yeah, the gunk shot counter was crazy. How does one mock himself? He just plays himself. Sure, I'll put a poll versus my viewers. Why not? Yeah, let's see how biased these guys are. I better see 100% Chase win. Do I bring Dugong this game? Yeah, it's a walking wake answer. I've offered Amo to mock him, but he's like, no, I got this. I do this. Like, all right. Yeah, that better say 100% CBAT win. How do you stop Sun plus offensive Corviknight? That is a genuinely a great question. You are 100% right. This is actually probably one of my worst matchups, if we're being honest, right? If we're being completely honest, this is a very bad matchup for me. However, I have a lot of cool techs. I'll talk about a few of them. I don't want to spoil too much. Yo, I wish Dugong got freeze dry, bro. Or agility, like that one person keeps saying. So, again, Sun is a very nasty matchup into me. There are a few things I can do here. Resist berries are very big, I feel. Haban Berry on Latias is really nice. Let's live one hit from Gouging Fire or Walking Wake. Though Gouging Fire, of course, can just click Heat Crash if he really wants to. If I don't bring Billy. I don't have to bring Billy. I already brought Billy. I have no reason to bring Billy again. Anybody can say whatever they want. I brought Billy once. How does Dugong not get freeze? I'm saying. Thank you, bro. Venusaur's very scary with just a simple Weather Ball, Earth Power, Giga Drain, Sludge Bomb, which is why Latias is really good in this matchup. This is hard to talk about the techs I brought because I don't want to spoil a lot, but Terrifier Arboliva is pretty decent. Allows it to live one hit from Gouging Fire, unless I get Earthquaked. Mamoswine is a giant threat. That one just clicks versus me. Ace is pretty cool because it can outspeed like a modest Shift Tree and stuff like that. Yeah, Arboliva is really, really good here. I think both Assault Vest is good. I think Seed Sower is good. I think Custap Berry in Sun is really cool because I get 100% Custap. What is the answer for Mamoswine? Yes. It's legit prediction. Unironically, Scizor is not terrible because his Bullet Punch is good into everything besides like Walking Wake, Gouging Fire. Literally, Chase is such a good team into me. This is probably my worst matchup of the season. Do I ever say I'm going to win? I think there's a lot of matchups that I think are very strong for me. And I'll talk about them truthfully. I think this is one of my worst. The only ones I haven't used yet are Basculin and Dugong, correct. Dugong beats Mamoswine? No. Not in the sun, fam. When do we see Dugong sweep? I'm going to use Dugong and Basculin before I'm out of this season. Whether it's playoffs or regular. Doesn't per eat. Mamoswine not only does 1,000,000,000% with Earthquake, but also learns Trailblaze and Freeze Dry. So, yeah, his team's nasty. His team's very good into me. I can tell you guys the 6 that I brought, and you could try and talk about sets. The 6 Pokemon that I bring to this game. Well, actually, go ahead and guess. Guess what 6 you think I brought. Just. I would love to see why, and I'll talk a little bit about why those ones could be cool. I like the Galatia. Cinderace. Yeah, that's pretty good into this game. Powerball is really nice, except for Walking Wake and Venusaur. Dugong? No, I didn't bring Dugong. Arboliva, Lycanroc, Latias, Cinderace. Yeah, you're correct. I brought all 4 of those. I think a Lycanroc's really good. Sucker Punch and a Celorock are very good in this game. Ace, Latias, Lycanroc, Arboliva, Pert, Quill. Very close. Arboliva, Cinderace, Lycanroc, Quillfish, Thunder, Latias. Ooh. No, so you talked about it. I think it was Clyde who said it. But I have a Trick Room Diancie in this game. Trick Room Meteor Beam Diancie with power. Because if you look at Seabad's team and you look at +1 Meteor Beam, Moonblast, and Power Gem, they go kind of crazy. His biggest answers for it are Salt Vest Mamoswine, which is unironically very good into my team. Primarina, which is very strong as well. And, I mean, Corviknight has to be Fizdef in this game because otherwise Lycanroc smokes him, right? It has to be Fizdef in this game. It also allows to live 1 Powerball, too. Yeah, y'all were pretty close. Yeah, thank you, Emil, for guessing the 6 I brought after doing mocks with me the whole time. Appreciate you, buddy. Good job, Emil. Great guess. I don't know how you did that. Yeah, so Diancie's definitely does not have the best shot here because Earthquake on Gouging Fire, but it'll also run Iron Head too. So the thing is, Gouging Fire does not have to run offensive. It can run Choice Band. It can run offensive Dragon Dance. It can run Scale Shot. It can run Iron Head, which is annoying. But it can also run defensive sets with Spadef or Defense EVs to take on Pert and set up in front of it and run like Dragon Dance, Dragon Claw, or Breaking Swipe, Fire Move, Morning Sun. Who do I even get Trick Room on? Ninetales. Walking Wake if it specs and clicks a Dragon move. Gallade. Gouging Fire if it's banded or no Iron Head. Corviknight if no Iron Head. I also have Light Screen on my Latias. It's not dual screens, but I do have Light Screen on my Latias to allow Diancie to set up a Trick Room in front of Walking Wake's Hydro Steam. This is literally one of my worst matchups. Why no Basculin? Eviolite Basculin's not actually bad. Like, Eviolite Basculin is actually not bad at all. with like a Terra Dragon set with Scale Shot. The problem is it's not breaking, because of Sun, it's not breaking Corviknight. So like Corviknight can just sit on it and click Brave Bird or Body Press or whatever, right? Corviknight has to be Fizz Up in this game because of Lycanroc. Like I said, Lycanroc goes crazy, which means Deance's meter being to 76 to 90%. Who did I lose to besides Gator Nexus? But you bring 3 Billies and 3 Baskets. Hey, shoot, final game of Billy's not bad. Yeah, Greedent is a problem with SD, Curse, or Belly Drum. I agree. So these are the Pokemon that I think Chase can bring to this game, guys. I'm gonna open up all the Pokemon that I think Chase can bring to this game. You know what? I can just do. Can I mark this? If there were 2 Pokemon that I don't think Chase would bring to this game, the only 2 Pokemon I would ever leave out here would be Electrode. Electrode is like the only Pokemon I think Chase won't bring to this game, and maybe Primarina. Maybe Primarina. And Primarina's not even guaranteed not. The only reason Primarina might not come is because he needs to bring Corviknight, needs to bring Ninetales, needs to bring Gouging Fire, needs to bring Walking Wake, and he has a field day between Greedent, Shiftry, Venusaur, Gallade, Mamoswine. So the problem with offensive Primarina is it can't click Surf under this. It can click Moonblast is very good into my team, but if you can't click Surf into a Scizor, sucks. Gallade doesn't seem that great. I think Scarf and Agility Gallade are amazing into my team. You think Greedent is reasonable to come? 100%. Terra Fairy Greedent is really good. Belly Drum gets a guaranteed kill. Swords Dance gets a guaranteed kill. I can't kill it. It also does get Weather Ball. That's true. But it can't hit Ace, which is important. Ace has Gunk Shot for it. So I don't know. Gallade also gets Solar Blade, right? Yep, 100%. And Sacred Sword and Night Slash are just really good into his team. Yeah, I have no way to OHKO Greedent and it gets back to full. That's literally why I think Greedent's good. I think Chase brings Gouging Fire, Walking Wake, Corviknight, Mammal, Shiftry, and wins for what, 80% of the time? Yeah, it's a really strong matchup for Chase. I'm being so serious. This is probably my worst matchup of the season. Yeah, Solar Blade's like 180 base power coming off Gallade because of sharpness. Curse Greedent, Trick Room Sweep. Yeah, Curse Greedent's good too. It gets things like Bullet Seed as well and Seed Bomb. Like, it's a good Pokemon. How much does +1 Moonblast do in an AV Mammo? I feel like it'd barely do half. Probably does about 54%. AV Mammo's really good into me. But it might also, like, he might be scared to bring it just because Thick Fat Mammal doesn't live Pyro Ball under Sun. Lycanroc is really good and can CC. Scizor. Like, there is a world where Scizor's not bad here. Right? It's not coming in on anything, but it can revenge. Or at least get a bunch of chip for, like, Scarf Cinderace. Like, Scarf Cinderace is really good because it's faster than Walking Wake and faster than Gouging Fire. So I can get a strong Gunk Shot off, do like 70% to Walking Wake and 0% to Gouging Fire. Does Latias get Memento? It gets Healing Wish. I think your Wincon is praying Chase doesn't bring the right sets. Ooh. That's what I always tell Envy. Yeah, Eevee's really good. I don't think you even need to bring Freeze Dry. I think you can bring Trailblaze Confusion. I think Trailblaze is even better than Freeze Dry because you get the speed boost. Is Incinerator no good in singles? It's okay. Manual Rain with Specs, Hurricane, Billy. Definitely Rain is something I was thinking about bringing. Like random Rain Dance on Pokemon. What happens when you Reflect type the Primarina and run like Dragon? So look, the problem with Reflect type Lottie, which is a legitimate thing I was thinking about, is that I can't run Reflect type, Calm Mind, Recover, Dragon Pulse, and Psyshock, right? I have to pick between them. So it's really, really difficult to pick which move I had to ring. And then also Corviknight, if it has Brave Bird, it doesn't need to have Brave in this game. I think Body Press and Iron Head are good enough. So it's really hard. I can't run Mono Dragon Pulse because he has Corviknight plus Primarina. Dragon Pulse plus Thunderbolt's okay, but I can't do that. Yeah, dual screens Corviknight's not bad. I am always bringing Court Change on Cinderace, though. I will say that. Just for screens and also because I have a Sash Lycanroc in this game. So I want to get rid of Rocks even if he only has one. Kind of revealed a lot of my team right now, but might as well. It's not like I lose anything by telling you guys when the video goes up at 1 p.m. I have a cool Swampert set for this game. My Arboliva set's really cool too. Does Scarf Latias ever outspeed Venusaur? Not if it's timid. I almost feel like it's such a hard matchup that you should bring Dugong. But the thing is, I need to win this hard matchup, is the problem. Or at least I need to not... So this is my thought process in this game. I either have to try my best to win, or I have to make it like a 1-0 loss. Because as long as I keep high differential and win one of the 2 next games, I can make playoffs. I had a few cool Arboliva sets for this game that I talk about in the interview as well with Chase. Just don't lose terribly. Yeah, that's my win con. Welcome back, Bandito. Flex at Dragon Ball's Miss Ball. Yeah, but no Calm Mind. It's just like you're not doing a lot. You don't outpace the Primarina. Moonblast still does too much. It's just hard. Anyway, pray for the wrong sets, but that's where we're gonna end it on that because I'm the last team. Has anyone ever not brought a Terra Captain? Yeah. There's also been, I think I did a game without Arboliva as well, right? Arboliva was 4 points. Arboliva was 4 points. That mon is not going to be 4 points in the future. I'll tell you that. That mon is damn near. I think that mon is top 3 in standings. How much subs to influence my team next season? That depends on what I do. I'm going to raise the price though, because I'm not. I already had to. I actually think my team came out great. My week when I know Terra Captain? Yes, you're right. It's going to be 5 points. It's probably like 7, 6 at least. What we end up doing is we raise it up, and if the person who takes it after me doesn't do great with it, we put it back down. Who's number 1? I think it goes Sneasler, Driftbloom, and Arboliva. That's the standings. Yeah, it does, Sirloin. I agree it's better to Terrabrand, but I don't be doing that anyway. Anyway, we're going to end it at that, guys. My first game goes up at 1 p.m. tomorrow. It's 1 a.m. right now. Appreciate everybody coming through. Have a fantastic night. And, yeah, we are Nap. Or some of us are. Some of us haven't played Week 7. But some of us are prepping for Week 8. Have a great night. I'll see y'all tomorrow with the watch together. Peace, guys.